Welcome back to our channel. If you thought the first set of fun facts was amazing, just wait until you hear these. We've got another round of mind-blowing fun facts that will surprise and entertain you. Don't forget to subscribe and stay with us on this incredible journey through the unexpected wonders of history, science, and culture. First up, did you know Marie Curie's notebooks are still radioactive and will be for another 1,500 years? Talk about leaving a lasting impact. Imagine this. Saturn could float in water because it's basically a giant gas ball. Picture a planet bobbing like a rubber duck. Here's a quirky fact about our feline friends. Male cats have longer tails than female cats. Isn't that a curious little difference? Speaking of curious, how about some irony for you? Dolly Parton once lost in a Dolly Parton look-alike contest. Can you believe that? Even the real Dolly couldn't win. For a blast from the past, George W. Bush was once a cheerleader. Yep, the former president was leading cheers back in his school days. Who knew? Here's something about horses that might surprise you. They have 205 bones, just one less than humans. Pretty fascinating, right? Moving on to ancient history, scientists believe that early human ancestors had 3 eyelids. Can you imagine having an extra eyelid? On the set of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, seagulls were fed a mixture of wheat and whiskey to keep them calm. Even the birds needed a little help to stay relaxed in Hollywood. Here's a cool language fact. A pangram is a sentence that contains every letter in the alphabet, like the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Handy for typing practice, right? Isaac Newton, the famous scientist, was once a member of the British Parliament. And during his whole year there, he only spoke once, to ask someone to close a window. Talk about making an impact. The word porcupine means spiny pig in French. Quite fitting for these prickly creatures, don't you think? In 1962, a laughter epidemic broke out in Tanzania, affecting 1,000 people and causing 14 schools to temporarily close. Imagine not being able to stop laughing for days. Here's a phobia you might not have heard of. Gelottophobia, the fear of laughter. Believe it or not, up to 13% of the population could be afraid of laughter. Ever wondered about the full name of the Wizard of Oz? It's Oscar Zoroaster, Fadrig Ike Norman Henkel, Emmanuel Ambroise Diggs. No wonder he just went by Oz. Here's a fun fact for dog lovers. Over 80% of people feel more confident approaching an attractive person if they have a dog with them. Dogs really are man's best wingman. Are you a book lover? Then beware of abibliophobia, the fear of running out of things to read. It's a real concern for bookworms. Recently, researchers discovered a new species of green pit vipers and named it after Salazar Slytherin from the Harry Potter universe. That's one magical snake. When the first consistent phone service was established in 1878, Alexander Graham Bell suggested answering the phone with "Ahoy." Imagine if we still did that today. Here's a surprising family fact. The closest relatives to bears are seals. Who would have guessed that these land and sea creatures are related? Under Joseph Stalin's regime, Hamlet was banned because Hamlet's indecisiveness was seen as incompatible with the Soviet spirit. Even literature wasn't safe from politics. In France, beekeepers noticed their bees were producing honey in unusual shades of green and blue. After investigating, they found the bees were feeding on waste from a nearby M&M's factory. Sweet discovery, right? The Netherlands has a bridge exclusively for squirrels, but it's been used by only 5 squirrels in 2 years. Seems like the squirrels prefer to find their own way. Did you know subway footlongs aren't always a foot long? They often average around 11 inches due to natural variances in baking. 1 in 3 divorce filings include the word Facebook. Social media is truly influencing every aspect of our lives. In Sweden, blood banks notify donors when their blood is used. What a great way to encourage people to donate again. Victorians used to say prunes instead of cheese before taking a picture to avoid smiling too broadly. Quite a different approach from our modern cheese. Armadillos almost always give birth to identical quadruplets. Nature really loves to surprise us. Here's a fun fact about Betty White. She's witnessed the invention of ballpoint pens, trampolines, and even sliced bread. Talk about living through some incredible changes. The first time a toilet appeared on TV was in 1957 on Leave It to Beaver. It's amazing how much TV has evolved since then. A queen termite can live up to 50 years. making it the insect with the longest known lifespan. Newborn babies don't cry tears. This ability develops between 2 weeks and 3 months. A jellyfish is 95% water. These unique creatures are practically liquid. You're actually 1% shorter in the evening than in the morning due to the effects of gravity. Gravity really does take its toll. It would take over 1,000 years to watch every video on YouTube. Now that's a never-ending playlist. Here's a fun origin story. After racking up $40 in late fees for a VHS, Reed Hastings was inspired to start Netflix. Necessity truly is the mother of invention. 1 in 10 European babies are conceived in an IKEA bed. That's one way to assemble a family. A hippo can open its mouth wide enough to fit a 4-foot-tall child inside. That's a big yawn. A man named Charles Osborne had the hiccups for 69 years. Imagine hiccuping for almost 7 decades. A cockroach can live several weeks with its head cut off. These resilient creatures really are survivors. 15% of the air you breathe in a metro station is human skin. A bit unsettling, isn't it? The tongue is the strongest muscle in the human body relative to its size. The Guinness Book of Records holds the record for being the book most often stolen from public libraries. Guess it's pretty popular. A giraffe can clean its own ears with its 21-inch tongue. That's quite the flexible feature. Giraffes are also 30 times more likely to get hit by lightning than people due to their height. Watch out during storms, tall friends. Your brain is constantly eating itself in a process called phagocytosis, which helps preserve your gray matter. And finally, identical twins don't have the same fingerprints. Environmental factors during development in the womb impact fingerprint formation, making each set of prints unique. Thanks for watching. We hope you had fun learning these interesting facts. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to stick around for our next series, coming soon. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll always be the first to know when we upload new content. See you in the next video.